Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. Happy March! In this episode, we're going to take a look at each life path number, the forecast for March 2024. Before we get into the reading, just know this is, of course, a general forecast. If you would like a personalized reading, focusing on your own personal numerology, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. I would love to work with you. All right, let's take a look. Life path number 8. So you're going to be working with the energies of the 19-1 and cat energy this month. So with the 19-1, this is about regeneration and new beginnings in some area of your life that's likely expected or unexpected. So there's some area that needs some shaking up, that needs a fresh set of eyes put on it, right? A new perspective, and some kind of change. So you could quite literally be making some big life decision and big life change, buying or selling a house, moving locations, getting married, getting divorced, adoption, having a family, etc., etc. Some larger change to your circumstances could likely be coming in, and it could also be around, like your business takes off, or you get a tremendous amount of new clients, and with that comes, you have to change sort of your day-to-day routine because of this, influx of clients and responsibility. Or again, you could get some kind of promotion or something like that, and with that promotion comes, yes, added finances and money, but also added responsibility, and then your routine could be changing, your day-to-day life could be changing. And so those sort of things could be coming up this month. So pay attention to the opportunities that come in, but also be aware of sort of what you're going to have to change in order to accommodate this new opportunity that may be coming in, because it helps when we can be aware of that so that it doesn't sort of blindside us. The other thing I would say about this 19-1 energy, besides the fact that, again, anytime we have 19-1 cycle, there's typically something new, something fresh, something, some kind of change, but that's a new beginning that's coming in our lives. But this can also bring about new love, like 9 energy, because again, 19-1, that 9 energy brings in the soul contracts. It brings in those deep, deep, deep connections. And so this can be friendships, this can be children, this can be a romantic partnership, a pet, whatever the case may be. But there's something like a deep, deep connection, a soul connection that could very likely be coming in for you at this time. Or you could be taking that connection to the next level with marriage, something like that, or again, adoption or something along those lines. Also, what's really beautiful about the 19-1 energy is it often brings in some kind of reward, some kind of like obstacles being overcome. So if it feels like you've just been like relentlessly moving towards something, trying to build something, trying to achieve something, this could be the time where that is rewarded, where you feel like you have, reached the summit and now you're being showered with the gifts and the accolades and the rewards. So this can be an incredibly beautiful time that brings about a sense of relief and release, right? Like you can release some of that burden, some of that strife that you've been moving through. So it can kind of bring in a sense of lightness, which is really incredibly beautiful. This can be, when it comes in a cycle, a very rewarding period where things feel to happen almost too easily, where it's like, and especially for an 8, right? So it can feel like things just happen a little bit too easily. They fall into place. It's just almost as if by magic or divine intervention. So, but in reality, you've put in the work, you've put in the effort, you've done your part. And now it's like the universe is catching up and rewarding you for that effort. What's interesting with cat energy is cat energy really epitomizes the energy of the 1, right? So again, you guys are working with the 19-1. And when we think about cats, they're very independent. They have very high standards, right? Like you can, pet them, but it's going to be on their based on their requirements, right? Like you can't just go and like, cuddle a cat and live to see the next day. Like they have to give you permission to do that type of thing. And with most cats. And so with cat energy coming through, I think there's just something here about sort of reclaiming your independence, especially if you've been in some kind of relationship or connection that you have sort of been overly reliant on, or if it's a connection where you've been giving your power away or feeling like your power has been taken away, where there's been power struggles or power dynamics. With cat energy coming through and this 19-1 energy coming through, this can be a sense of you stepping into a side of yourself that you haven't stepped into before, where you're reclaiming that independence, where you're feeling really solid in, having higher standards and standing by those standards and enforcing those standards, right? So that it can bring forth this greater sense of independence, but also there's an interdependence as well, right? And an acknowledgement of that. So it's not about just this hyper independence that you're striving for, but there is this sense of where is it that you might have to take your power back? Where is it that you have to have higher standards? Where is it that you need to be a little bit more independent as opposed to codependent? So if there has been any codependency, this will be, and it doesn't have to be just with relationships, right? It can be with anything that you feel you need in order to be successful or to be whatever. You're taking your power away or you're giving it away. And so with cat energy coming through, with this 19-1 energy coming through, it's sort of this reminder of who you are and what you're capable of and helping you to step into that. It can also help you to find your confidence, right? One thing that cats are notorious for is being curious and taking risks. And that's right up the 8's alley. Taking risks and not beating themselves up if it doesn't work out as planned, because the cat always lands on its feet and you will land on your feet. So it's about, just reclaiming that sense of self and that confidence and that courage and that independence. So while also, again, maintaining that interdependency. So beautiful energy this month for you all 8s. But this definitely has the potential to be very rewarding and feel like you're finally seeing that return of investment that you've been working so hard towards. So I hope it's a great one. Take care. Bye for now.